guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I am Gio and I'm alongside Adamo to preview this weekend's fixture between AC Milan and Palermo, which will be played on Saturday at 8:45 p.m. Italian time at the San Siro. Match valid for matchday number 4 of the 2015-2016 Serie A season. Milan will try to bounce back after that defeat against Inter in the Derby della Madonnina last weekend, where we lost 1-0. And honestly speaking, we picked up 2 losses in the opening 3 matches, just not good enough really, despite us playing 2 teams that actually are doing quite well in the league, such as Fiorentina and Inter. Even though it hurts to say that Inter's doing well, it's the truth. But on the other hand, Palermo, they're doing quite well themselves, having picked up 7 points out of 9, winning 2 matches and drawing 1. However, the results could have really spoke otherwise, because they actually picked up a win in stoppage time, while last week they tied against Carpi in the dying minutes of the match. So really could have been a whole different position for Palermo in the standings so far. Now, Adamo, what do you make of this match, AC Milan against Palermo? What's your forecast? Do you think Milan will pick up a comfortable win against Rosanero, or you think it's going to be a tough task altogether?
Well, I'm really hoping that Milan do continue their form from the Derby, because, as we all know, they played fantastic. Arguably deserved all 3 points, but came out with none because Inter took their chances, and rightfully so. But, Milan really need to, get their game on, if that makes sense, because if we don't win against Palermo, it'll be a very poor start to the season, and we can't have that continue, because it could be a downward spiral from there with confidence falling. So hopefully, if Milan get to 3 points, we can go on a bit of a hot streak to get us, up there in the standings and with a good foundation for the season to come.
Yeah, you touched a very good point there with the confidence aspect. In past seasons where Milan didn't have very good starts, it really showed that they lost confidence all around, and it kind of dictated their play in the games to come during those seasons. And I definitely don't want this season to be like that for Milan. Of course, Mihajlovic, he's a great motivator, a guy that's going to bring the confidence to the locker room week in and week out. However, when you don't get the results, the team morale is just low, and it needs to get better, really, because we need to get those wins that are going to bring us in Europe. So hopefully Milan do pick up the 3 points against Palermo. I don't really see it as a hard task. However, Palermo do have some players that could definitely make the difference at any point, especially Vasquez. Of course, Zamparini always saying that Vasquez is a player that's really unsellable for Palermo, and they would want to keep him as long as possible so he can make the difference. And there's also Gilardino, which is expected to start as a striker. And overall, Palermo might be going with a 3-4-2-1 formation. So we'll see how that plans out for them. However, their positive start to the season is definitely going to play a major role in their performance, and definitely going to bring the confidence to the San Siro for them against Milan. Now, Adamo, let's speak a bit about the probable starting 11 for AC Milan, because it's not very different from what we saw against Inter. And understandably, this would be the case for Mihajlovic to field a pretty similar lineup to the one that we saw against Inter against Palermo. And that is because we did quite well, and really we were unlucky to not having picked up a result. So we'll see how this lineup plans out, but it's expected to be Diego Lopez starting in net, Abate on the right in the back, Zapata, Romagnoli in the middle, De Sciglio on the left, midfield composed of Kuchka on the left, Montolivo on the right, Montolivo in the middle, so De Jong once again might not make an appearance in this match, while Poli will be playing on the right. Bonaventura, the trequartista, he was supposed to be playing in that role against Inter. In the end, he didn't, as Honda was preferred to him. However, it seems that after that very poor performance against Inter for Honda, he will be starting this game from the bench. Therefore, Bonaventura is expected to start in a trequartista role, while up front will be, of course, Baca and Luis Adriano. Some reports were actually suggesting that Balotelli might start. However, it seems quite unlikely altogether. So we're expecting Balotelli to start once again from the bench. if things get out of hand or Milan's going to need an helping hand later on in the game, he will probably make an appearance. However, Adamo, what do you make of this lineup? Strong enough to beat Palermo?
Well, hopefully with the similar lineup comes a similar performance, because there's no denying that against Inter they did very well. Even players like Montolivo, who we expect to do very, very poorly, trying to fill in the shoes of De Jong, did pretty okay. Nothing spectacular, but, he got the job done, and that's all we expect from our players. With the means of De Jong going to the bench, it obviously saddens me, because he's been arguably one of our best and most consistent players for about 2 years now. So maybe Milan can fit him in the lineup in some other way. Maybe, they could pull an Inter with Medel and play him at center back alongside Romagnoli. Maybe they could, change formations. Who knows? But I think De Jong definitely needs to get some minutes if Montolivo were to continue to perform. So I think Mihajlovic would definitely sort that out for whatever would be best for Milan. As for the rest of the team, pretty standard stuff. I really do hope that Milan do capitalize on their chances, because recently we have been creating quite a number of chances, but the issue has been that, as I said, we're not capitalizing on them. I think that we'll definitely see Balotelli coming in on this match. If he's not starting, he'll probably come in as a sub. I think every single game that he's came onto, he's made a brilliant impact, and I'm actually quite shocked if he wouldn't start. But I guess we're going to have to see when the official lineups come out, and hopefully Milan can get all 3 points.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously we've been creating many chances. However, some statistics have been showing that Milan is actually the last place team in the standing so far for most shots on target, with only 7 in 3 games. And that is a very disappointing stat, something that Milan definitely needs to improve if they want to score goals, because only 2 goals scored so far in 3 games, and those 2 goals coming against Empoli, definitely not good enough. I mean, we do have the players to score goals, let's be honest. However, if we don't shoot on target, we're not going to get them. Simple as that. So Milan definitely need to improve that aspect of their game, as well as I'm hoping that most of these players that had a very good performance against Inter will show consistency really in this match and play good. I'm speaking about De Sciglio, which showed some good signs against Inter, even though sometimes he was off, sometimes he was on. So hopefully he'll bring that consistency that we saw even in the international break for De Sciglio. We'll see how that plans out for him. Montolivo as well. He didn't have a bad game himself against Inter, so hopefully he continues to provide some good support in the midfield and also for the forwards. And Bonaventura, I think he could be a very crucial man in this match for Milan, playing in the trequartista. Really, I mentioned it a few times, that Bonaventura against Empoli, when he came on into that game as a trequartista, that is when the difference was made, and that's what pretty much won us the match. He had some very good passes in that match altogether, and I think that Bonaventura could be a crucial man for this match if he definitely plays good in the trequartista position. I don't think it's going to be an easy match. I think that Palermo will definitely give it their all to get a result at the San Siro and continue their undefeated run that they picked up so far in the start of the season. But at the same time, I'm expecting a Milan win, and I think every player in this team definitely knows the right motivation that they need in order to get a result and to bounce back from that derby loss. And the faster we bounce back, the faster we could definitely, maybe and hopefully, build a string of wins for us to do well in the standings. Now, guys, let us know what you think about this match. You think Milan will get a comfortable win? Do you think Milan will get some problems in this match against Palermo? What do you think about the starting 11? Would you replace someone for someone else? Maybe someone that is starting on the bench, such as De Jong or Balotelli. Would you prefer them starting or not? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything AC Milan, with match previews, reviews, fan reactions, news, and much, much more. We've got it all here on Rossoneri TV to cover AC Milan. Thank you for watching. This has been Gio and Adamo signing off. And as always, Forza Milan! Interista pezzo di merda!